the more you feel that seniority. I was like, what? You see how I feel? I was like, I'll be God. Yo, get the fuck out of here. I see Big L rap. Like, what you gonna tell Ice? This nigga seen Big L rap. Get out of here. Caffeine. Nah, Ice barged through that joint like it was Nathan's. Nah, that was legendary. I heard he got off.
Nigga, that nigga just walked
through. Yeah, she got crazy.
Yeah, she was long, but he did this shit.
Yeah, his first round was pretty.
I should have young that. See, I didn't even want to give niggas the shots. What was it? The phone. I ain't saying you sniffing coke, cousin, but it's the reason you was coming down with that nose running. I'll catch him on the ass, beat him like he stole something.
Oh, yeah.
I should have young Ned and then a little shot at that. Mm-hmm. I said, niggas ain't get shots tonight. I had the other one for Sean. Rum died, grenadine. So after this, I'm a sunshine. He just getting screamed. I got another one, rum time, grenadine. I just was cutting joints short because of the vibe.
Nah, but what he want?
Who?
KG.
Oh, he's supposed to be hot. He can't even raise the W right because he's from Michigan. Yeah. I mean, how would he be hot about that? That's just a fact. That's just a fact. See, this would get me hot. And the joint on?
Yeah.
Okay, this what read me hot is because it's like I'm not saying nothing that's not factual. You can't fact check, or these niggas ain't went out their way to say. KG didn't show love and been like, Hollow looked out, Anything I'm saying you can fact check. This nigga's not coming with fact check shit. Yeah. You call somebody that thing, you gotta have the paperwork already. Right. You know what I'm saying? You gotta fact check that. You say I stole.
You must have heard that nigga feel it.
What do you think? But if you say I did this shit with Geechee, I did the event with. Yeah. So you could have had Geechee come out like, yeah, bitch, you stole money on Nutty. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't go nutty, he went nitty. You feel me? And he just punched.
It's not true. So Geechee ain't gonna do that.
That's what I'm saying. And what's the other one? He can't. Oh, then the long standing throw. I don't even know how you throw a nigga through a mirror. I'm still trying to figure that out.
I didn't know what he was talking about when he was leading up to it.
The man in the man, that was fire.
No, the bar was fire, but when he was getting to it, when he was like, if you just let a nigga.
Yeah, that's one of his best balls.
Yeah, that was nothing.
When the nigga said was leading up to that, he was like, and then you just let another man stomp you out and put feet and hands on you. I was lost. I thought he was like telling those battle rap like jokes, like, nah, I'm lying. But I swear my face was probably like, what the fuck? Where was I at?
Yeah.
I missed that episode. When did Hollow get to? What the fuck you talking about?
But that's funny because it's like my shit is fact checked, so I feel like that's what's gonna stand the test of time.
What are y'all talking about? This Johnny
this should be like scripted.
Yeah, I just don't want it to be both of us talking and you don't really hear us clear.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. I just didn't want people to hear us clear. But the fact of the matter is, like, you can fact check the shit I'm saying. The event, you already said, you came in free, people came in free. It wasn't no money grab or no big cash. We spent $2,900 on toys for kids in Long Beach at the Compton. So it's like, that's bogus. Like, so I feel like niggas that care about the real shit is gonna say like, oh no, for that alone, like, Hollow got it, but niggas that just love the entertainment, you know.
I feel like the real shit is like it lasts longer.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? The punchlines and the shit like that, it lasts for the moment because that's the style right now.
Yeah, and I'm gonna take accountability and not act like some shit I do, like if I get the joking on them, that's the same shit. It lasts for the moment once I get the joking on them and shit. But when you say something of substance or something real, like he had some real shit in there too. Like I ain't saying all this shit was bogus, but I'm saying the angles he focused on ain't real. It's like the only thing he could say that's real is like the battle rap shit that people know, like lean. What do they say about me? Sipping lean, grind time. You know what I mean? But we'll leave it at that. I don't want to go too deep because Rum didn't even go. Besides the first round, he did regular Rum. He didn't go too crazy personal and try to paint no crazy picture. You know what I'm saying? That he's dragging on the old fucking shit from Math Battle. This ain't like it's something new to surprise the fans. Like, oh, I got something on Hollow. It's like same shit from the last battle with the same people. Like, it's all love though. That's part of battle.
You
right?
know something I said? You feel like that's just now part of like a new era? Because back in the day,
It's always been there. See, this is what I want to say too. It's like I'm not here to like make no new and old, because that's part of like why people in there might have the ice grill and might not want to react or might not want to show love, because it's been this whole new era, old era, East Coast, West Coast, top tier, mid tier, and all this shit where a nigga like Ab might be like, oh, Hollow getting crazy, but it's like, shit, I want to cook this nigga the shit. They acting like they vets and they better than us. So he ain't reacting. And you got homies that's his homies, they ain't react, you know what I mean? And there's so much shit separating us. Like, enjoy the creativity, nigga. Enjoy what's dope. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't want to say that, like, that's on the West, because it happens everywhere. Detroit, I remember it was an issue with that with Detroit back in the day with their battles when Quest and, it was, I forgot who battled, but it was, all them niggas was on the card. This was a huge battle. And they said Detroit was super biased. New York, same thing. There's been times they've been called out for that. So it's not going on one place. It's more of just like.
No, I mean, I wasn't even trying to make it like a.
No, I'm saying this is the talk makes it old versus new. Like the battle rappers say this, the media, the league say this. And for me, it's like great. Like I met Kid Chaos today, nigga, energy amazing. Like that nigga called me, I would answer just like if Goods called me or somebody. Like I don't really see, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That shit's just to separate. Great is great. I don't give a fuck what class a nigga from.
Well, I mean, if we talking about the old school and news, like you were saying, Ron was saying stuff that wasn't true. And, you know, like back in the day, they would say, you know, if you said stuff that wasn't true and stuff like that, you can't do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now it's like a lot of people they can make up angles just for the moment, and then after the battle be like, oh, it was just a battle or just around.
And yeah, you're right, 100%. They used to get called out more, but Rum ain't even making. Rum just carrying on the angle he heard.
Right.
So it ain't like Rum making shit up, because Rum like, who the fuck am I? I ain't gonna go research it. That's what niggas said about you. So I don't knock Rum, because it ain't like he from my city or from, you know what I mean? So I do feel like you got to take accountability though by using some gossip and shit though. So if you want to use some he say, she said shit and you can't prove it, like a Big K come out or like niggas come out and prove, oh, this nigga stole or this nigga did this that we accused him of. It's like, man, you really got to dead that shit. That's just hearsay. How we know Verb, Mama, Dyke? How we know all this shit niggas talk about? Like, where's the proof? Like, that shit just hearsay. So, but other than that, you know, performance was definitely turned up. I was watching shit back. Like, I got to tighten up the delivery. I got to really get my bag. I thought the guys was going to send me a super classic because I put in some work for this one. But I really got to turn up more. I ain't did enough. You feel me? I ain't did enough. They're supposed, you know what I mean?
Yeah, did you learn something from this battle?
Of course.
Well, I mean, you say you take something from everybody.
Yeah, well, something I could share that I learned is, well, first I want to really watch it back before I go deep on that too also, you know what I mean? Because you feel different when you watch it, but I definitely took some shit that I'm still harboring on and going to go to the think tanks and sit down and really put together, you know, a plan for this next one. Like I said, I feel like I'm due for one. Like, this must be the warm-up for my super classic coming. Like, you know what I mean? This must be the warm-up because I felt like my material was through the roof. It's just the environment and my delivery wasn't 100% like how it was supposed to be. And I blame more like I got to get my delivery in a pocket where I'm watching, like, I only seen little clips on my phone. I'm watching where it's moments where it's loopy, and then, you know, it's moments where it's not as, you know, I got to get that delivery, like, all through the round, just ice skating. So, you know, I was a little hard on myself after watching some of the footage.
At the end of all your rounds, I feel like you was, like, ending them, like, prematurely. Were you doing that or no? It felt like you was, like, stopping. Like you was finna go to another bar and you was stopping just be like,
yeah, no, I was doing that on purpose though.
Oh, okay.
It was just like I was like seeing if I wanted to freestyle. It was
okay.
So it was like I ended it on you know, like a nigga at Chick-fil-A that they missed the day, and then I'm like, I got more for him. I'm on tour for him. Nah, I'm gonna leave it there. You know, I did one of those like every round. But you know, I get in the zone where I added shit because I added the the looking at your collar and your shoes, figuring out which mic you faking, and like I added that wasn't, you know what I mean? So that's just to test it out. But yeah, it's all fun. People also, take into account, I'm just back 3 years. I ain't been on the URL stage, and it's September 18, when I battled John. So it's like, this is dope to hop back there. I think my second one, I think this next one, I got to get back in there young, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't just young and then sit out to 2022 or something. Nah, I got to young, you feel me?
And Summer Madness coming.
Yeah, no, they called my phone. They already called my phone. I'm like, I thought you tomorrow, but
that's enough time, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, time don't matter at this point because, like, I'm done talking. Yeah, the vengeance gotta come.
I mean, they talking about 3,000 people, big room.
Don't matter. It don't matter this time.
How'd you adjust to the setting today though? Did you do you fuck with this setting? Like being like actually from rapping in the caffeine setting, do you like this setting?
I just feel like the energy be the energy no matter what. I don't want to sit here and say the setting. It's just the time, how the people feel, how shit is going on going into the battle. It just depends on that energy in that room that day. Niggas done had classics in small rooms, big rooms, like. So it's just like, I can't just, all I can say is the vibe wasn't 1,000,000% there, whether on my part, whether on the environment, it just wasn't 1,000,000% clicking. But it was still a fire performance, on my part. I just expect super greatness for myself, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was still super fire, but I'm expecting greatness for myself. It was like, okay, like, I like you did dope. Oh, it's crazy, see you back. Oh, see, oh, hollow. But I'm looking for like oh my God, that was groundbreaking. That was like, captivating. So I got to work harder. That's all I got to do is work harder and level up.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't have a preference though? It's not like you don't like have a preference for...
I mean, I have a preference for a big room because that's why I did most of my career.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I'm not going to sit here and say like that's the only place I can have a classic at. I feel like my first round with Arsenal, that was just a couple years ago. That's a classic round. You know what I'm saying? Amazing round in a small room. You know what I mean? And that performance in that whole battle was amazing in a small room. It just got thrown off a little bit, like the energy get thrown off sometimes with like scuffles or whatever.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I think the haymakers in a big room, I was like, that gives like the battle is a different feeling.
It's definitely more fun.
Yeah.
Like being as a fan, you feel me? It's definitely more fun to enjoy it. But yeah, I definitely want to take this one and sit with it because I feel like, okay, now I really know more of what they want, my bag, that I'm more comfy in. And I think this is just good for the game tapes. This one right here is going to be amazing for the game tapes. That's funny. What was the joke about Beasley?
When you angrily called him. Oh, is it?
Nah, it don't matter. Niggas don't
No,
crazy.
we joking. It wasn't that bad. Niggas just cracking jokes.
Yeah, niggas be cracking jokes. Nothing crazy.
We pop shit that.
But yeah, nah, that's all love though at the end of the day, man.